everybody knows what you can do in the ring. But what a lot of people are talking about is the age difference. You are 58 and Jake
is 27.
is 27, and that is a big disparity. What say you about that?
I don't know. Let's you see what you do for a living, your guys? Do you think a guy 30 years your junior could do it better than you?
Absolutely not.
All right. Okay.
It really seems like it's split between people like myself and Harvey who actually were alive and watched you live in your heyday when you absolutely destroyed people. There was nothing like a Mike Tyson fight was the event that everyone and you had to watch from the very first round because it might not go more than 10 seconds.
Right.
The people who've seen that they've got your back. That's me. And then there are the younger people who know your name, they know your legacy, but they didn't see it live, and so maybe they're not as impressed, and they're all going for Jake Paul. What do you say to those people who didn't experience your fights live and what they should be looking for on Friday night?
Hey, if they never seen my fight, they missed a hell of a legacy. And Friday night, they will look forward to seeing that man Jake Paul get beaten bad.
So what are you predicting? Are you predicting a knockout?
Well, that's my intention. My intention is to knock him out.
You're gonna have to do this a little bit quicker, right? Because they've shortened the rounds, so now 2-minute rounds.
That's okay. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. My quickest knockout is 8 seconds, so that's okay.
8 seconds. My God. I got to ask you about the ulcer because the fight was postponed a few months back, I think in July, because you had an episode on an airplane and you had, I believe it was a bleeding ulcer. So how did that correct itself? You're in incredible shape. I mean, we've seen you training, but how did the ulcer affect all of this?
Hey, listen, forget about that. I'm good now. Everything's healed up and I'm ready to fight. That's all that matters.
I read, Mike, that you actually lost, just around 20-something pounds, right, from dealing with that.
Yes.
Was that a good loss of 20 pounds, or have you gotten it back?
Hey, listen, I've gotten it all back. That was the path. There's nothing that's going to hinder me from beating Jake Paul.
You've analyzed it clearly. You've looked at his fights. What's his big weakness?
I think his weakness is getting in the ring with me.
Think he's overconfident?
Well, he has the right to be confident. Everybody has the right to be confident, but I just think it's a false sense of security against me.
I got to say, what I love about you is you've got this persona where there's this intimidation factor that, I think you scare a lot of opponents just looking at you in the ring. He seems like a very braggadocious guy who doesn't get scared easily. So do you think that, because I know you've done that in the past, just your persona can scare the other person and put him off balance. Is that going to work with Jake Paul?
Well, listen, I don't really look forward to my persona intimidating people. I look forward to my fist smashing their face, allowing them to get intimidated. That's the most intimidating thing, getting closer to death.
Well, I got to say, Friday night, the good news is, if you've already got Netflix, this one isn't going to cost you anything, because I don't want to bring up old stuff, Mike, but there are a lot of pay-per-views I bought over the years that I didn't really get much play out of because you ended the fight so soon. So Friday night, I'm good. I'm already in. I've already got my Netflix account. It's not going to cost me anything.
Hey, this is the biggest fight in the history of life. There's never been a fight this big.
You said you're going to knock him out. Can you give us a round prediction?
Well, I'm not a psychic, but he's going to be sleeping.
What round?
I just explained to you I'm not a psychic. As soon as I hit him, he's going to be sleeping.
Do you want to be next?
No,
Keep asking questions.
I'm not going to argue.
Keep asking questions.